My name's Conor McGilligan. This is One Leeds.
Leeds on the offensive straight away. Jack Harrison here. Jack Harrison bringing the ball forward. He's played it into Pablo Hernandez, edge of the area. Hernandez goes for goal! What a start to the game! 17 seconds on the clock. It's got to be one of the quickest goals of the Sky Bet Championship season. Here's Cook. Cook goes for goal! And finds the back of the net in sensational fashion.
Jones now for Leeds. And McNabb only half stopping him. Jones getting it across. And Clark going in! And Alan Clark has put Leeds ahead! Live down under. Mark Viduka is a sporting god in Australia, and now in West Yorkshire. Here he is again. It's Viduka. It's four. It's all his own work.
Hello, everybody. My name is Conor McGilligan. This is One Leeds. What's going on in your world? Let me know in the comment section below. We are back. It's the watch along, baby. How are you feeling? The penultimate game of the season. The last time LUFC are taking that lovely Elland Road pitch this season, which has been a very successful season. Leeds United currently propping up in 14th spot. Can we continue our ascendance to the top of the Premier League? In today's game, probably not. But we can greatly improve on potentially our league standing. Newcastle have got West Ham later on. We all know who we're supporting. Irons. And look, if West Ham go there and win, Leeds United win today, Leeds will go above Newcastle. Yes, everybody, hear that from the rooftops. Leeds will be above Palace, potentially, for the end of the weekend. Newcastle, Spurs, West Ham, and maybe even Nottingham Forest, who knows? But yeah, let us know your thoughts, everybody. It is a stacked Brighton team. Obviously, Brighton trying to close in on that 5th spot ahead of Brentford. We'll go through the team now. Verbruggen in net, Joel Veltman, Van Hecke, Lewis Dunk, Kariaglu. You actually look at that back line, and it's a lot of recognisable names from years gone by. There's not a lot of churn there when you look at Verbruggen, Veltman, Van Hecke in particular, and obviously Lewis Dunk. Carlos Baliba in the middle, next to Pascal Gross, who is Brighton's best ever player, and obviously they brought him back from Germany very recently. Jakob Minter, formerly of the Newcastle United parish. Jack Hinshelwood, who I'm a massive fan of, really good player in around that number 8 position. Is a sort of profile I'd love Leeds United to have. Very good defensively, extremely good presser. I think he's good in the box as well. They've got De Kuyper as well. Rumours of him potentially coming to West Yorkshire. We'll have to wait and see on that. But De Kuyper, the Belgian on the left-hand side, and Danny Welbeck, who unfortunately absolutely loves the game against Leeds United. And moving over to West Yorkshire's lineup, pretty much is West Yorkshire's lineup, isn't it? Carl Darlow, Joe Rodon. I was about to call him Yo Rodon. Joe Rodon, Jacobiel, Seb Bornau. Might be a little bit tested. Seb might be a little bit tested with Danny Welbeck just along that back line. He's got to be really careful because Welbeck, even at 35, 36, is as mobile as a 25, 26-year-old. He's just brilliant, Danny Welbeck. I'm a huge fan. By the by, he is a Mancunian, but huge fan of him. Seb's got a bit of a task today as well, shutting down that sort of that right-hand side it would be. So just in front of him, as we predicted on the sort of warm-up show, we'll go on the other side first. We've got Dan James, who probably will occupy a right wing-back position, which screams Leeds United need reinforcements, doesn't it, in a lot of positions, in my opinion, this summer, especially with some of the outgoings. Anton Stack, Ampadu Tanaka, love that. Ampadu being in there is a big win as well, especially when you look at their midfield three and how Leeds are going to have to, get to grips of Baleba, Pascal Gross, who's going to try to dictate things from deep. And, of course, the ever-brilliant Hinshelwood. And now Tanaka. James Justin, I don't really like that side at all, especially when you're looking at productivity from Seb, Justin and Brendan Aronson on that left-hand side is like a 3. I think it's very narrow. It's very inverted. I don't think there's going to be a lot of width for Leeds today. You can see us building up on that right-hand side to maybe facilitate Dom in the 9 role. And then up top, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Aronson. We've heard a lot this week about potentially William Yonto leaving the football club. I'd give him a little bit of grace. I don't think you're losing out on a lot replacing Brendy with Nonso. I think Nonso's a better footballer, so I would have liked him to be in this game. I think he takes care of the ball a little bit better. It is what it is. This is what is going to be said for the remainder of the season, really, when you're looking at these two teams and these two players, I should say. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying in the comment section below when it comes to the bits. Momo says Prem want big 6 matches, 11 versus 12. Good afternoon, Connor and all Leeds fans. How's it going, bud? Good to see you in here. Tal's here as well. Hi, Connor, and hi, everyone. Smash the like button. Mike's in here. Let's go, Connor. Hey, mate. Do love DJ, but if he is at right wing back again, we are not 4-3-3, we are screwed. Yeah, and you've got Bad Beat Billy who comes in. I think there's a couple of times you've come in here, Billy. And remember, don't allow opinions when Billy's in the building. Nonso's not allowed. Nobody else is allowed as alternative. We just have to. Billy doesn't want any alternatives. So if any of you do want alternative lineups and Brendan Aronson maybe out, not on this stream, not when Billy's here. Don't want any of you putting anything out because that will classify as bashing. Don't want any of it. Emmett says, I believe Farke will go in the summer. I don't think so, mate. Baz says, Connor, if Brighton turn up, we lose. We can't defend against this team. Chris in the building. Hey, Chris. Afternoon, Connor, lad. A last home win of the season to get me through the hangover is in order. It is indeed, pal. Joe says, thoughts on Nonso to Freiburg. Joe, I did a little video on it earlier on, mate. I don't want to get Billy upset, so I'm not going to say who I'd rather ahead of Aronson. I'm not going to do that. I'm being facetious right now. But, yeah. Where can Aronson fit? I could think of a place where he could fit. But I can think of a place where Nonso can fit as well. But that is classified as bashing. So I will not be doing that today. But yeah, no, I understand. I think the thing is, Joe, to be really balanced about it, I understand what Billy's saying. I think it's slightly childish to say it's bashing. But I understand in terms of when people are going out for Brendan Aronson consistently. I get that. I try look at it from a football perspective. That's all. I want the best for my football club. I don't have agendas. I don't give a shit. I'm not 14 years old. I want my football club to do well. I want it to prosper. I think William Yonto can be a part of that. I think him having less than 500 minutes this year and not that many minutes last season in comparison to the likes of Brendy, who will be put up against him because it's a position that Brendy plays. And Dan James will be put in that positional conversation as well. Ramazani, if he was ever to come back, will be in that comparative as well. So Nonso leaving, I do think we've driven his price down a little bit by not playing him as much as I think we should have done. You were talking about 25, 30 million quid's worth of value. Now we're looking at 20 million quid or 20 million euros from Freiburg. So yeah, it's okay. I guess it kind of puts, and it's opinions in football, isn't it? But I guess it puts the doubters at bay in a sense that, there's a team here that are going to be challenging for a European competition and they want William Yonto for above 20 million euros. So he clearly can't be that bad, no matter how people want to paint him at points. I have done a big video on this morning, and I wonder how our youth drive is going to be. I don't know. It's going to be activated in the summer. Are we going to go for young players? Are young players at Leeds United going to get a chance? It's not me basically turning around saying Farke won't play youth players, but there's kind of a list of certain players who maybe you could look at and you could suggest that they've not been given the biggest chance outside of Archie, who Archie was always going to be what Archie was going to be. He was ready a couple of years ago now, or a couple of years probably before Farke even came into Leeds United. He was that good. We'd been hearing rumours of Archie Gray for however many however long. So, yeah, look, Farke did well with Archie, but I always thought Archie was going to blow up. You'd heard the rumours, you'd heard Eddie speak about him. So I don't know. I'm kind of, I am a bit, if we can go and improve on Nonto, amazing, amazing. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But I think the frustration from me, Joe, is probably quite similar to Charlie Cresswell in a certain way. I just feel like, and it's different with Charlie, because Charlie didn't deserve to play ahead of Pascal Strout, Joe Rodon, and even Ethan Ampadu at the time. But yeah, I just think if you're going to get we always go on about this on the channel, and I feel it's really basic and logistical. If you're going to get the best out of a player in terms of value and stock, they need to be playing. They need to be playing. And if they're not playing, their transfer value will reduce. That's just naturally how it is. So I guess when you're looking at it from a holistic perspective, Leeds should have sold him 2 years ago. And that's where this club needs to get much better when it comes to outgoings. Because if he's not going to be played, and if we got relegated from the Premier League and Everton had come in for 20, 25 million quid, sell him then, you know? You know what manager's going to be coming in, yada, yada, yada. Is the manager going to like him? I don't know. But then at least say, look, you know, Willie, we're willing to let you go. No pun intended there. But we're willing to let you go. So, yeah, I just think today, I look today and I think, end of the season, could we play him? You know, bit of creativity. I thought he was brilliant when he came on against Spurs. But again, no, that will not happen because... And this is where Billy, fair play to him, and others will say, look, he likes Aronson, and I understand that. I understand that his preference. You're going to get that with Farke. It is what it is. It's you know, he's kept us up this season, but there are certain players who he just doesn't like, you know, whether or not it's Ramazani or Nonto or whatever profile it might be, Matteo Joseph. And it's all about opinions, guys. It's what I don't like is when people like diminish it and you know, and effectively say stuff like, you know, just if you have an opinion on a player, sometimes it irritates me how it's like, oh, you're hammering him. It's like, no, I'm not. I just, there's a level of which you have, when you're watching a football game, you have to be reactive to what's going on in a football game. And then afterwards, you make an assessment on it. Guys, I've never changed my opinion of Brendan Aronson ever. And it's not because I'm being stubborn. It's not because I'm ego driven with it. I want Brendan Aronson to do really well at Leeds United because I want Leeds to do well. I don't understand how that concept's not understood by some. I don't get it. I want Leeds to do well. So Brendan Aronson's performing for my club. Leeds are doing well. You know, I just think from a technical aspect, I like Nonto. I like him. I think he can contribute to this team. Joe, that's a long answer, mate. A long answer. 2-2 is a good shout. Yeah, what we're thinking? 2-2 scoreline. Let's have a look, everybody. Grundinator's in the building. Thank you so much, buddy. Always see you in here, Grundinator. Congrats for staying up and do to the channel, Connor. Treat the missus to a nice meal. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that, Grundinator. As always, my man. Always there, always supporting. Mr. P, just want to give him a shout out as well. Sean Gallagher. Shout out to Sean, who's always supporting the channel. These are people who, even after the streams are done, will just send a lovely donation, which obviously goes straight into the running of the channel. So thank you so much, fellas. Really appreciate that. What we're thinking today, anyway, people. What we're thinking, and obviously Steve's in the chat here. Appreciate that, Steve, with a lot of your support. Tim's in the building. Tim is a Brighton fan, as you can tell by Up the Albion. Andrew said Nonto is gone after this team selection. Just can't understand how James. Yeah, it's opinions, Andrew, isn't it? It's opinions. It's opinions. And I get it. I understand it. People have said. I think, like, you know, I've always said that. When it comes to, you know, Farke, there's things that I like about Farke. I think we've always said on this channel he's a really good coach. I think he is a really good coach, and that is something of which I'll stand by. I've also mentioned several times, and I'll always stand up to this because I think accountability in life is key. Very dramatic today, aren't I? But I do think accountability in life is key, and I've always fronted up. You know, I've always fronted up and said I wanted Daniel Farke out of Leeds United. I think it was when we lost to Aston Villa and we were winless in 11 games and there was no adaptation whatsoever. What Farke's done from that point onwards, and you have to include point A to talk about point B, what Farke's done from that point onwards is exemplary. He's done a really, really good job. But as we said in August, as we said in September, this squad was built for this style of football. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do going forward. I think we're probably going to do, I don't know what you guys think. I think Leeds will move to a 4 at the back, which is going to be really interesting. It might include James a little bit more as well. I think if we'd have moved to 4 at the back, I'd have liked Nonto to stay. Because in a 4-3-3, that's where Nonto can be more impactful. A 4-2-3-1, that's where Nonto can be more impactful. So I don't understand why you'd facilitate a Dan James remaining at the football club unless you can't get any value for him. But I don't understand why you'd facilitate him in a 4-3-3 system or a 4-2-3-1 system and then not do that for Willian Yonto. That's what I don't understand. But there are preferences. I get that. Dill says, need Leeds to beat Brighton, so Chelsea and Everton. Chelsea and Everton, who play Spuds, have European chances. Come on, you Irons. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that today, everybody. Steve, really appreciate it, mate. I've just got your donation there, Steve. As always, pal, thank you. Steve, one of the legends of the chat. We need to get you on YouTube monetization, mate, not through PayPal. Appreciate that again, Stevie, mate. Cheers, pal. But yeah, no, I'm West Ham today. I'm West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Why? Because I want West Ham to stay up. Why? Because, sorry to upset you, West Ham fans, but I have a feeling my club will finish ahead of your club next season. And I want as many clubs to finish below Leeds United as possible next season. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. So it's kind of the greater good. That's how I see it with West Ham staying up. Keep them up. Tottenham won't be involved in it next season with De Zerbi and another £100 million spent. West Ham will. Now, my worry about West Ham is they could get 6 points and still go down because of the absolutely awful goal difference. So, yeah. But I'm West Ham today. Come on, you Irons. So we are doing a watch along for that, everybody. If you are interested, we are going to be doing a watch along for that on the second channel. We'll do a reaction to the game here after the watch along, then we'll go straight into that. So if you fancy doing a little bit more of what, I'm really looking forward to the game. Do you know why? We ain't got any skin in it either, have we? I want West Ham to stay up, but I'm also enjoying it. Like, it is what it is. West Ham stay up. If they go down, it is what it is. I prefer them to stay up. I'm not going to cry about it. So it is what it is. James says if he moves to a back four, Nonto has to stay. Billy says harsh critics, Leeds fans. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Yeah, I get that. Opinions change, Connor. I wanted Farker out, but he's won me over. Do you know what, Cloud? Opinions do change. It's a weird thing with the online sphere. I don't know if you guys have noticed, especially when it's like social media and, my mate Callum Fowler gets it a lot because he was battering Leeds throughout the season. But do you know what? What I'll say about Cal and what I'll say about a lot of people is if you front it and you just say, yeah, I got it wrong. Like, who cares? It's only the online world that give a shit about it. Like bookmarking things on social media and making things a big deal. You said this. Like, yeah, things can change. I'm 33. I can change my opinion. You know what I mean? And what I will say is, and what a lot of the community did say on this page is, very early on in the season, Farker should go more direct and we should go to a back three. And there's receipts of that. And it's not to say, oh, I'm right. But, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's another one. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I wasn't sure on him at all. I was live on stream when we got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But when we're pacing for Rodrigo Muniz, which would have been a proper terrible signing now, but when we're pacing for Rodrigo Muniz and Pai Zhao, and then we end up, in the forward line with no one, really, behind the striker and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you're telling me people at the time, we did a poll at the time and 92% of people said they wanted a starting number 9 over Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So opinions change in football, guys. Opinions change. And if you actually look at that stream that we did when Dominic was signed, we actually were saying it's not ideal, shirt over the head. It's not ideal. But if we can keep Dom fit, you watch the rest of that stream, we were very positive about Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But yeah, did I think we'd gone in a little bit short from the Niners? Yeah, I did, but they've got it right again. And they always just get it right. That's the thing with the 49ers. Like at the minute, there's not much where I can look at them. Are you guys similar? I'm looking at them and just going, I don't really know what they can do better at the minute. They have achieved everything I've wanted them to achieve with my football club so far. They've got us back up. They've built a Premier League squad in the Championship or Premier League ready players. They've come in, they've spent 100 bags. We've got a top scorer who was brought in on a free, and the most we spent on a singular player was 19 million quid. So what do you do? What can you say about that? It's mega. They've done a brilliant job, and Farker's obviously done that brilliant job as well. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Gary says, love Leeds, willed you on, but being a Brighton fan, if we win, we're guaranteed European football, so please don't turn up today. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for you boys, mate, because Brighton are, I think we're all very aware of this. Brighton are such an incredible bookmark for football clubs, like how they do things, how they work. I mean, Brighton fan, it'll be interesting to see if you can give a little bit of perspective, because Brighton finished, I think, like 16th on the bounce about 3 years running, and I've said I think that is the requisite of Leeds United right now. We need to just stay up. There will be a lot of people. I remember this after Bielsa's first season who think we can then strive and get like 10th. We could. I think it's quite unlikely. I think to stay in the Premier League every single season as a club like Leeds United, you probably have to go and spend another 800 million quid. That's hard to do, and getting the right player recruitment in. Can you match what you've done this season in terms of quality? I don't know, but yeah, like that's what I mean. It's maybe measuring expectations. I want Leeds to just stay in the division next season, and then we can maybe look at finishing a little bit higher. Aronson makes his 100th start for Leeds United today. Big up, Brendan. Well done to him. Afternoon, Connor from York. Come on, Leeds 3-1 today. Indeed, mate. Indeed. Get your score predictions, everybody, in the section below. Thank you so much. If you've not done the old watch along with us before, what we do is we have a nice little manual clock, I said, and you can adapt your scoreline, or your timer, I should say, based on mine as well. If you like doing that, we're not going to get that scoreboard in. We're going to get this one in. And according to this, it's already started. I don't think it has. So, yeah. I always think, do you know, I get to this point and I'm always like, get your dibbers and your dabbers ready. I don't know why I go like that, but yeah, it's a bit strange. Leeds United, here we go. Looks like a lovely day at Elland Road. So yeah, everybody, that is the team lineup. We'll just move it on to the stats so you guys can, oh, is that Brighton in a purple shirt? Nice. 0-2, 3-1 Leeds. Cloud, how's it going? Guitar Hero's in here as well. 2-1. Jared says, Aronson, James, Peru. Yeah, there's a lot in there, mate. There's a lot in there indeed. Come on, Leeds 3-1. Rising the blood, now you're right. That bench should make the 49ers realise that this summer is the biggest yet. It is indeed, mate. It's huge. It is absolutely huge. You know, I completely understand. This is going to be a tough game, though, isn't it? This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. Oh, God. Yeah, they are. But do you know what? We've had a poor team against them before, and we've done quite well, haven't we? 1-1, says Novio. 0-2, says Jared. 1-1, says Ellis. Sim Sabala says 2-2. How good is Justin Bitty? He has, mate. He's been excellent. Desmond 2-2, 1-2. Addison says 35% of our goals have come from set pieces. Yeah, it doesn't feel like we've scored a lot from set pieces recently, does it? I could be wrong in that. I'm just, like corners at least. Corners and throw-ins. It feels like we're not doing it anymore. Dunk's a monster, isn't he? Absolute monster. Fair enough, Steve. Cheers, mate. Anyway, really appreciate it. Come on, Lisa thinks. Deck's in the building. Dave says, tough, Connor. 2-0. Says Jonathan. Hi, Connor. Without JB, yeah, you're probably right, Rob. We shouldn't be playing wing backs. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the system. The system is just the most important thing right now, which I do understand to a certain level. You know, you want to conserve that back line in a sense, don't you? In terms of being able to keep Brighton out. Gonna struggle today. Too many out. Take a draw. Oh, I'd take a draw, yeah. Remy says, if Willie does get sold, would you look at Yasser Asprilla? Remy. Do you remember the rumour mill a couple of years ago? My God. We have kicked off as well, everybody. My God, the rumour mill. Whew. Yasser Asprilla. Do you know what, mate? I don't even know where he is now. Where is he, Yasser Asprilla? He was at Wolves, Watford, wasn't he? We were big on him like 2 years ago. Icon listening here from Dublin. Hiya, John. How's it going, mate? Balloons on the pitch. There is balloons on the pitch. That is a bit annoying, isn't it? Leeds free kick. Well done, Dan James. James got a bit of a task, hasn't he? I think he's up against Jakob Minter, which should be interesting. Yeah, he is. Jakob Minter. Well, James will be tested today, people. He had Matthias Tell, who's probably Spurs' best player at the minute, and now he's coming up against Jakob Minter. So, might be a tough one for Danny Boy. But you got to prove yourself against the best, haven't you? The thing is with James right now is he's going to have to prove himself, because if we are playing this formation going forward, Dan James doesn't really get a look in at all unless it's right wing back. You know what I mean? He's not. If we're not playing a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 and we are going with a back five, then he's going to have to prove himself in right wing back roles, and that is going to have to be with the likes of Bogle when he's out. Stat puts the ball in, poor ball in there, but Bruggen claims. But isn't it nice, everybody? It's nice, isn't it? Like just being in this mold where we don't have to worry. It's lovely, isn't it? I'm very happy with the situation the Whites are in at the minute. Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? The fact that we don't have to worry about about what's going on, basically. You know, we don't have to worry about what's going on with other clubs. I'm very happy at that. So celebration times, really, and I'm sure all the Leeds fans will be doing that today, regardless of the result. But yeah, I guess the context is Brighton potentially moving to 5th place. Jakob Minter on the ball. Tries to cross, good stop by Rodon. I think the only thing is, like, I'd be more annoyed as always if we get walloped. You know, if we just get battered today, that wouldn't be ideal. Guys, as well, I'm just going to put up here, we have a fair few entries now, but if you're interested, we do have the One Leeds bundle, which is a Carl Darlow signed glove. Very difficult to get, but we got it. We've got an absolute lovely Lucas Radaby signed armband. Please don't score now, Brighton. Pascal Gross puts it in, back post, head over the bar. And we obviously have the exceptional day by day. I want to keep this. It's a Joe Rodon signed shirt. As you can see, both sides. Lovely. On the front there. I think you can see it on the front. Can you see it on the front? There you go. Signed shirt on the front as well. The Poppy Appeal one, which is really rare. So, guys, the bundle's worth 750 quid. And we've got a lovely mug as well, celebrating all our fantastic kits. So if you're interested in that, there is a link pinned to the comments. So you guys get involved if you're interested. If not, don't worry about it. A £5 for a ticket. And if you get 2 tickets, the third is absolutely free. So there you go. Just thought I'd mention that. As well. Shop G&O, the brilliant Shop G&O, powering One Leeds through the season, and the Job Match Group, all brilliant links, and powered by a Leeds United fan and community. All links in the description below. Anyway, Dan James, that's never a foul referee. Well done, referee. Carlos Baleba throws himself to the floor and Leeds win a throw-in. Yeah, brilliant. Well done. Actually, fair play to the referee. I will give him a little bit of... who is it? Let's have a look. So Baleba throws himself to the floor, and normally... I mean, that is just, it's a yellow card in itself. I mean, it's a yellow card in itself, that. Carlos Baleba, absolutely embarrassing. Throwing himself to the floor, big unit like that. And, yeah. Ethan Ampadu, the throw-in anyway. Launches it. Again, Leeds not really doing much from these throw-ins anymore. It's a bit of a, that is bizarre. Can we just get this crap off the pitch as well? We've got like bouncy balls and balloons and all that sort of stuff. Van Hecker's down, and Joe Rodon's down. What's going on here? But yeah, that was a bit... Is it windy at Leeds? Looks quite windy, so I don't know really. But that was a really weird hooked ball back in, and then Seb Bornau clears it for Brighton. Bizarre. Looks quite windy at Elland Road, I'll be honest with you, which might be affecting conditions. But the amusing part of that was Seb Bornau just heading it out. Guys, do us a favour as well, slap a like on the video. Thank you so much. There's over 1,000 of you in the building. Van Hecker. Oh, my volume's gone, which is annoying. Looking to spray it. He does so. What a player he is, Van Hecker. Minter up again. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. Minter's absolutely skinned Dan James, and James does well to hook it clear, deflect. The wind is big. Leeds need to get to grips of this. Brendan Harrison gives the ball away. Yeah, Leeds need to get to grips of the ball here, because Brighton are just, it's kind of easing us off the ball anytime we get any element of possession here. But yeah, ball was played over the top there. James fell over, and Jakob Minter just absolutely skinned him. And they're going down this route every time now. Minter up against James again. This is the 3rd time he's come up against James. Can James stop the ball from coming in? James does really well there. Well done, Dan James. He's actually just fronted him up, and it's not an ideal clearance, because, again, with James, I don't feel he's got his head up there whatsoever. He's just beaten Jakob Minter, and it's the composure that maybe Jayden Bogle has then in phases to actually, you know, win a free kick or whatever. Dan James just clears the ball. Some people might prefer that, but James just clears the ball with his left foot, and Dom's got no chance with it, really. So, yeah, Leeds, very sort of obvious game plan here. Brighton look like they're trying to go over the top to Jakob Minter every single time. Absolutely dominating possession. Here they come again. Tanaka gets his foot in. And here comes, I believe it's Pascal Gross, who's gone out to that right-hand side ball in. Darlow nearly came for it. Darlow stood there. That was bizarre from Carl Darlow. Ball back out wide to Jakob Minter. Headed. Belieber. Shot on goal, saved. Just got to be a little bit careful here, Leeds United, in terms of just Brighton absolutely dictating the flow of play for, 80 minutes here, because, yeah, Leeds not really getting out to them quickly enough, in my opinion, sometimes with those balls, and we're just losing the ball straight away. Again, So I think this is the part against Spurs which just annoyed me a little bit. It's the fact that we're so much better than this, and we've just got to be a little bit more careful on the ball. Don't rush it. Like, we're even stacked there. Stacks, it's like the first touch because they're worried about a Brighton press. Just got to be a little bit careful on the ball there, because you've got to have a spell of possession against Brighton. You just have to. You can't just lose the ball every time, just be out of possession. Ampadu tries to play a long ball. It's actually a brilliant long ball. What a take that is by, I don't even know who that is, James Justin, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dom, don't know what Dom did there. James Justin with an absolutely brilliant takedown there. What a lovely ball from Ethan Ampadu. Helped by the conditions, it felt, but an excellent ball from Ethan Ampadu. And he was onside, James Justin. What an exceptional run. Look at that. What a take by Justin with his right foot. Plays the ball. I don't know. Dom's got that all wrong. He's got that all wrong. It's a really good ball, actually. James Justin quite well weighted as well into the path of DCL. DCL just falls over, but it is a Leeds corner. Put in by Stack and headed out. James back in. Second ball's won as well by Brighton. We've just got a little bit, I don't know what's happened with us on like throw-ins and corners. It just feels like we've definitely got a little bit more lax with it, and maybe that's why we potentially will go to a 4. Doesn't really affect, if you go to a 4, it doesn't really affect your sort of effectiveness from set pieces. But it felt like when we went to that 5, we just automatically became much better at set pieces. It's a bit weird. But yeah, Leeds, an okay start. Not a bad start. Brighton throw. Yeah, come on, DCL. Hi, Connor Sasai. Can't tell if your clock is wrong on mine. We're matching commentary-wise, but your clock 15 seconds out. That should work, mate. That should work. I think I'd keep Darlow as number 1 for another year. Leeds forever, says Michael. Our last win over Brighton 2017. Dan James needs to do well. Brighton is playing. Yeah, they are. They're just playing through him, aren't they? 100%. Bit of an opportunity for Leeds here. Brendan Aronson plays the ball out to Dan James. Does that left-footed ball, and it's a bad ball in. Steve, I did, mate. The get a beer with your last one. Is that it, Steve? Thank you, mate. Appreciate that, pal. Obviously, there's sometimes in the chat I'm not gonna always log in, guys. I think I've said this to you a couple of times, but there's not always I'm gonna log into the chat consistently. Steve, I'm probably not going to read that out, but I appreciate your donation, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Just because I'll get demonetized for reading that out, mate. It's the YouTube terms and conditions with certain things you can and can't say. So appreciate that, mate. I know. I appreciate that, though, Steve. Steve with a funny donation there. Palace 1-0. Yeah. Okay, Ampadu on the ball. Oh, Ampadu does well. Does really well there. Caldalo. It is interesting us playing out from the back against Brighton. It's always probably one team that I'd say us don't do that ahead of, but then I guess they've got that availability with Brighton to just be brilliant in the air as well. Aronson's done really well on the ball. Actually, that's really good football by Leeds. Ball played out. Joe Rodon on the right-hand side here. Really well played by Leeds. Rodon plays a lovely ball in. James, just look where you're going. James. Good effort. So James just had a really good left-footed effort, and it just went wide. Rodon did brilliantly. I felt he should have gone over because Ampadu was coming in. And again, it's just head down. Watch Dan James when he has that. But just head down, head down, head down. He doesn't ever get his head up. I don't know if that was... Is it a corner? I think it's a corner. Yeah, just stuff like that, guys. Just have a look at him technically. Dan James. It's really rare that he gets his head up. It's one of his big flaws, but there was options there for him to go at. But I don't mind him having a shot. Stack with the ball in. Oh, we just don't. Again, just nowhere near any set pieces there. Not a bad ball in from Stack either. Oh, Tanaka with a dodgy touch. He's done well, though. He should win a free kick for that, and he hasn't. Oh, God. Here come Brighton. Minter, brilliant defending from Ampadu. Brilliant defending. It's poor from Tanaka, that. It was tough. Tough that for Tanaka to get that ball down because it's up in the air. Difficult for him on a windy sort of day. But he's left. left his man short there, Altanacker. He's just not got the pace to get. But Ampadu did brilliantly there. What a block that was. What a block. John's in the building. Thanks for your efforts this season, Connor. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it, pal. As you guys see with the super chats, they will get read out first. So thank you so much, guys. I just don't, my stream's naturally behind all of yours, which I don't know why, but at least you get the fun of seeing my reaction. And naturally, when that happens, I don't want to get spoilers in the chat, because you always do. People just going goal, goal, goal. And I'm like, all right, okay, well, there's no point in me watching the game here. I'll just read the live commentary in the chat. So a lot of the super chats are just asking me questions and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate all your comments as well, by the way. Please slap a like on the video. Ball played in by Pascal Gross. Should deal with that. Oh, nearly 1-0 Brighton. Joel Veltman. Nearly. Leeds clear. I thought that was it then. That's the problem, I guess. It's the fact that defending set pieces, we still look a little bit vulnerable. I thought Leeds looked vulnerable from defending set pieces for about 4 or 5 weeks now, in terms of just these half chances teams are getting. But Leeds defend it relatively well there. Van Hecker gets the first one. Darlow gets it clear. And then Joel Veltman. It's a good block, actually, by Jakobiel. Verbruggen. Oh, good football from Leeds. Good football. Dan, go on, keep it. Keep it. Now play it. Plays it behind. Anton Stack. Gives Stack a bit of a job there. Aronson, pass it. Pass it. Stack was available in a bit of space there. Brendan goes 15 yards back and then takes an extra 40 touches. Pass it, Brendan. Fucking hell! God's sake, loses the ball. Just really basics. Brendan Aronson, real basics. And here come Brighton. Fuck's sake. Kaggioglu, excuse my French, ball over the top and it doesn't come of anything. Goodness me, Brendan Aronson. 2 opportunities. Play it round the corner. There's a real good opportunity. Play it round the corner for Anton Stack, who's in space. Literally, just pass it in with your left foot. You've got that angle on your left foot. Doesn't do it. Takes 15 touches to turn around. Plays a simple pass, gets the ball back again, goes around in a circle when he can play the ball again to Stack within his first 2 touches, takes an extra 5 touches, then gets tackled, then Brighton hit us on the counter-attack. Just basics. Do the simple thing. Play the way you're facing. If you can't do that, there's options inside all the time. Stack and Ampadu are excellent in manipulating space. Sorry, guys. I'm just like, fuck with him sometimes. I lose them. Just do the basics, Brendan. Do the basics. Fucking hell. Excuse my French. Oh, don't want to give away cheap goals in the Premier League. It's offside. Offside. Leeds have got a free kick. Andrew says, looking forward to the rumour mill. Thanks, mate. Yeah, we will be reeling out the... I think we're going to start the rumour mill probably as soon as that West Ham game's finished. I think so, anyway. Leeds throw. We are on Sky, aren't we? I'm sure we're off on Sky. I'm sure we're on Sky. Yeah, I don't think we've beaten Brighton in a long time, have we? In a long time. Big throw here by Brendan. What throw that is by Brendan? By Ampadu. Leeds again. Just don't win anything in the box. Yeah, we seem to just go back from our throw-ins, don't we? Anton Stack anyway on the ball. Good ball by Stack. Much better. Much better. Oh, headed back into no man's land. Oh. Chance, no. Okay, Leeds still have it. We at least have it. James Justin. It's a good start from Leeds, to be fair. Good start from Leeds. Ampadu. No, it's a poor ball in. We've just got no bite really up front at the minute. We kind of like it doesn't really. Brighton are the same, really. Brighton are the same. There's no real sort of effectiveness in front of goal at the minute from both teams. As you can probably tell by the scoreline, but it's just a little bit limp at the minute. Seven's in the building. How you, mate? Big day for you today, Seven. Spurs. I Seven's a big Spurs fan, as I always say, mate, on here. We want the Irons to stay up. But shout out to you, mate. Good to see you in here. As I say, we'll be live on the other channel. We'll be live on the other channel at around about 5 o'clock. Again, is that not a penalty? That's harsh, isn't it? Do you think it's probably a bit harsh, that, innit, if that was given? What do you think? Do you think that'd be a bit harsh? I don't know. DCL's offside. He shouldn't be offside there. Shouldn't be offside there, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I do see Jay. I don't know. I maybe James and Aronson are symptomatic of what we're going to get next year. I do worry a little bit. I'll be honest. Does anybody else? I worry a little bit that like James and Aronson are going to be featuring in the starting 11 next season. With the greatest of respect, I beg they're not. I beg we make improvements. Aronson, I'm fine with being on the bench and making a bit of a chaos impact. But if we've got like obviously Nonto's completely fashioned out the squad here if James is still starting ahead of him. But if James and Aronson are starting ahead of, I don't know, man, that's not good for me in terms of just inhibits our chances a little bit, I think, in terms of what we can do with this squad. It's very limited. Ball played in by Pascal Gross. Like, here's a question. What would like Forest have done? You know, when they brought in like 30 players and they went again that second season, Forest had replaced, weren't they? They'd replaced them. I still think Aronson and James are sort of like that, in my opinion anyway, that sort of, I don't know how to describe it, like almost like between Championship and Premier League type players. I think in games like this, they'll be carried by the Premier League players in this Leeds side. So I think you can make, like, if we can't make significant improvements on James and Aronson, I think, you know, then we are failing in recruitment. Just got to constantly evolve, you know, you got to constantly evolve as a Premier League club. And yeah, I hope, I know Bogle's out. I just hope that if we were to go to a 4-3-3, it wouldn't be the case of Dan James at right wing and like Brendan Aronson in central midfield or whatever it might be. Or worst case scenario, Brendan Aronson left, James right, and then DCL through the middle. Because we know that's what, I mean, Farker absolutely loves Dan James. We all know it. He adores him. So talks about how he adores him a lot as well. Ball played in from Brighton. Headed out by James, did well there. Belieber. We're a bit deep here, Leeds. Gross hits it, good save, Darlow. Played. Leeds just, I mean, that's poor from Justin. Justin just kicked it back to Brighton. And Brighton come again here. And it's a Leeds throw. Just got to be a little bit careful here, because anytime Brighton go forward, we are very deep and we're inviting across. And they're kind of like, Alid says, surely you sell BA, hang on to Nonto. Yeah, I mean, I would, mate, but it is what it is. James and Aronson don't get better or worse. 13 goals from a free transfer, says Steve. Wow, without goals. Yeah, definitely. It's got to be an extreme. Again, you just have a simple footballing chat, and it's always the case. It's words agenda, hate, and what do we always see on YouTube? Agenda, hate, bashing was a good one from Billy earlier on. It's crazy. It's crazy. Trying to improve the squad. Then again, it depends on what you look at as a good player. If you think Dan James is a good player and should be starting for Leeds United in the Premier League, that's fine. I just think you've got some wild expectation, like some wildly different expectations of what the Premier League standard is to what I have. And, you know, if you want to keep Dan James in starting 11, that'll be worrying. That's true, mate. And I could retire with you as well, pal. Good to see you in there, Dal. Yeah, that's Haley. That's kind of the upgrade I'm talking about. If that was melee and goal, it'd have gone in. Yeah, maybe. Oh, God, I forgot Rutters on the bench. Minter, ball in. Headed out by Beal. Headed out again. Brighton coming into the game a little bit now. Tanaka gets rid. Yeah, Leeds really struggling to sort of get anything going forward here at the minute. Van Hecker, as Leeds get up the pitch a little bit. Verbruggen. Come on, Leeds, get out here. Wow. I mean, Pascal Gross has just got the ball and there is no challenge at all. Yeah, Brighton are, commentary are saying it as well. Brighton are definitely, as we expected, definitely on top here. I mean, Leeds are just camped already. 21 minutes gone. No, Brighton are a good team. I understand that, but at home, you gotta give them a bit of a punch here. Feels very much like, oh, go on, you put the ball into the box instead of like, you know, us risking and going out and giving them a bit of a challenge out there. David Powell's just become a member. Shout out to you, Dave. Van Hecker. Good ball through the line. Oh, nearly. Now, how long can Leeds keep the ball? Oh, we lose it straight away. That was strange from Seb Bornau. Seb Bornau just went on a run and Dom's just got no one near him. He's done really well there, Dom. That's something that has to change for next year as well, I think. It's just getting the players in around Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You know, it's he's so isolated. If we didn't have Dominic Calvert-Lewin, aside from the goals, we'd be in so much trouble. Because what he does to get Leeds up the pitch is just huge, isn't it? Ugh. Beal goes long. James wins it, and the keeper has it. James did well to win it. It's just, yeah, not a lot for Leeds to do here in terms of like passing lanes. I'll be honest, guys. It's a very drab affair. Brighton are absolutely dominating. Leeds are getting. If you're not watching it, Leeds are getting few. Oh, they're in again. I don't know how he's got past. And the flag goes up now. I thought he was offside. He looked offside. Just this bell end referee. I can't stand it when they do this. You know, with the linesman, when they put the flag up like 5 minutes after play, that sequence of plays ended. It's bizarre, isn't it? Was he even offside? He wasn't offside. He didn't look offside there. He looks behind just in there in terms of his feet. So, yeah, maybe quite lucky to get away with that one, Leeds. But it was a good block, to be fair. Yeah, I think Leeds have just come here to nick a point, it feels. It's a lack of options in it. It feels like at the minute for Leeds to do anything, but you've got to start getting close to throwing Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But then is there an effectiveness of player there in like, I don't know, like Brendy just off him? Not sure. Stressy football feels weird. Sophia says, I 100% want Fak to get sacked. Bit silly. Michelle says, is Dom staying? I think so, yeah. Tim, the Brighton fan, says Brighton's away support is good. Rice, yeah, I did, mate. I was gutted. Gutted for Hearts. Yeah, I really wanted them to win. Really wanted them to win. I was watching it. They played really well first half, didn't they? It was just second half Celtics quality. I think when they brought on Osmond, I think it all changed, didn't it? Harrison loses it again, falls over again. Tanaka as well. Just not moving the ball quickly enough. Ball out wide here. Stack. Ball in. Oh, just beyond DCL and the throw to Leeds. Stack's just putting those balls into the mixer, which is helping. It's just Dom's there by himself, and he's up against two monsters, isn't he? In Dunk and Van Hecker. Absolute monsters. So it's going to be a tough one, I think, for DCL today. I mean, Van Hecker's what? I mean, look where Stack's occupying position is, you know? Yeah, it's tough paper around this for Dom, I think. Lee's just saying to him, go on, go up against these giants. And even though you're 3 inches smaller. And Purdue puts in, I think it's Verbruggen's all day, innit? Oh, no, Verbruggen's lost it. James. Oh, good effort from Dan James. Deflected out. James actually hit that really well and Stack as well to just see it out for a throw-in. Did well there, James, actually. It looked like a good hit. It's one of those where you've no idea what James is going to do. Is he going to blast it into row Z or is he going to connect with it well? Verbruggen punches it. I'll tell you what, that looks like it's going in. It's a good block from Dunk. Yeah, it looks like it's going in that, maybe. Maybe Verbruggen had just got to it, but it's a good block by Dunk, I think it was. Harrison's got to keep hold of it here. Falls on his floor. Fucking, how much does he fall on the floor? I'm sorry, it's just, like, even his boots. He's never got the right boots on, has he? Like, James Justin wins a foul there, but Aronson, My God, he's fought. That's now he's had the ball in the opposition half 4 times. He's fallen over 5 times. I've been counting it. I've got the Aronson Fowler meter up. He just needs to change his boots. I don't know what it is. Leeds free kick. Justin won it. It's a bit central. Ball played up by Stack. Won by a Leeds man. Oh, nearly deflect. Okay, James kicks it out. Is it offside? No, doesn't look like it. Leeds keep it alive. Aronson does well. Stack, Ampadu. Leeds just having a feel of it a little bit now. Can we make something happen? Stack's gone over the top. Beyond, oh, fucking hell. Obviously, it's very bit part. It feels this. It's not a great game of football. Was this potentially a handball from Dunk? That driven ball in? No, I think it's off Dunk's knee. That a lot of commentator just saying about Dunk. Maybe did he handball that? I don't know. It looked like it was off his knee, then on his hand. But you just never know with handball nowadays, do you? I haven't got a clue. Mane scored for Wolves, but yeah, that'll put another 20 million on his price tag, won't it? Wolves beating Fulham. God. Yeah, and Palace beating Brentford. So it's a big opportunity this for Brighton. If Brighton win, they'll really, consolidate that position, won't they? I think it's top 5. Leeds have it now. Ampadu. Oh, good ball, Ampadu. Dan James, get your head up. Loses the ball. Wins a corner. He does all right there, James. He tried to Cruyff turn it, missed it, and then he managed to dig a corner out. So he's done all right. James actually done quite well. I think James actually played pretty well. Daniel Farker in the press conference will come out when he go, oh, he's like the Welsh Cafu. The Welsh Cafu with white back. Like he's like with Gruev. It's like Stoichkov. Like Stoichkov in the middle there. Stack over it now. Corner to Leeds. Nearly 30 on the clock. Ball played in. Headed again by Brighton. Fuck me. We've not got anything from these set pieces. Gross. There's definitely a wind here, isn't there? Definitely a wind. Leeds charge it down. I think it's off someone's face. Is it Ampadu's? Yeah, off Ampadu. Singing the Furpo song, crowd having a great. Yeah, they need a new chant, don't they? Yeah, he's playing well, James. To be fair, playing well. Oh, we got a bingo! We got a bingo! Bing, 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 bing! Why do you hate on James so much? These comments are so like, what have we said? We've got hate, we've got agenda. What's the other one? There's another one in there somewhere, and I can't think of it. There's another one in there. Hate, agenda. James done well again. We've literally said James had a good game about 8 times. Goal kick to Brighton. Brighton trying to play out from the back. Thanks, Grimsby XG. Grimsby XG, have you got anything to do with, bearing in mind, Gabe? Have you got anything to do with Gabe? Andrew says, I don't think James is playing well. I think James is doing all right, mate. Chris, I know, mate. You can't, can you? I think he's doing all right. Joe Rodham. Oh, Dom's done well. Turn out and Aronson. Connor don't. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the right-hand side. Well done, Rodon. Aronson now. Well done. It's better. That's actually poor from Stack. Oh, Stack. Oh, it's brilliant football from Leeds. Stack's got that wrong. Aronson actually did a good job there. We were interchanging it quite nicely. Oh, it was a shame that. Some Leeds' best football. Rodon did well. Aronson, then Stack tries to curve the ball. Up, and it wasn't a good ball. It was too far away from Joe Rodon that. And then Dunk wins a goal kick. Wins a goal kick off the foot of Joe Rodon. Rodon's had a good start as well. Looks good. Guys, 1.4K of you in the building. Please slap a like on the video. It is free. Dunk's done well. He's a good player, Dunk, isn't he? He's a really good player. And yeah, Danny Welbeck complains about his shirt being tugged, and then he gets a foul. A lot of these England stars just have to do that, don't they? They just have to go, yeah, that he fouled me. Just stop playing. They'll just stop playing, look at the referee, remonstrate with the referee, and then they'll just get a free kick. It's nice and privileged, isn't it, for certain players? De Kuiper. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Leeds are going to be interested in De Kuiper. I just don't understand where he'd fit. He's not going to come to Leeds as a second fiddle, is he? Someone mentioned him to me, De Kuiper, and I thought, there's nowhere. Because he won't get ahead of Goodmanson. I don't think he's as good as Goodmanson. I don't think he's as good. Brilliant ball there, nearly from Dunk. James has done well, but he's given it straight to Belieber. Not good. De Kuiper plays the ball forward. Lovely ball, actually, to Danny Welbeck. Leeds get rid. Van Hecker. Nearly robbed by DCL. Brighton come away with it. Veltman. I think it's Gross, actually. Gross is a good player, isn't he? Really good player. Van Hecker's mega. What a player he is. He's doing all right here, though. We're dealing well with it. Shape looks good. Just not getting too deep is priority here. Van Hecker tries to put the ball in. Jakob Minter, unlucky. Tries to put the ball back into the mixer there for maybe someone like Danny Welbeck to feed off, but doesn't quite get anything from it. James has it on the right-hand side. Potential opportunity for Leeds. Come on, James, put a good ball in. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Doesn't get his head up again and just kicks the ball straight into Verbruggen's hand under no pressure. Really good opportunity there. And see, that's the difference between him and Bogle. Bogle's just so much more effective in that area. That is, yeah, again, Dan James just doesn't get his head up and just under no pressure whatsoever. Really good opportunity for Leeds to garner something there. There's 4 players in the box. James just lumps it in the box and so easy into Verbruggen's hands. It's the quality. James might have a good game today, but good God, Leeds need to improve on some of these options in that starting 11. Got to get a lot better in that regards. Decision making's always got to be on point in the Premier League, especially against these teams. Really poor that from James. Farkas' reaction to that James cross. I know, but Matty puts him in the team, doesn't he? So reap what you sow. You know what you're going to get with Dan James. Not going to be some sort of magic evolution of his play. You know what you're going to get with him. Head down sprinter. That's what he is. And that's effective, but also it can be, detrimental in a sense if you want a bit of calmness and exposure and efficiency. Veltman. Belieber. Van Hecker. Ooh, good ball in that. Really good ball in that. Leeds just giving them the opportunity, really, in terms of just allowing Brighton to have the ball on the edge of the area there. And they're quite effective in terms of like the efficiency of the cross there. I don't know who put that ball in. Veltman looks good on the ball, actually. Gross is normally picking the ball up wide right and trying to whip the ball in. Beale heads it out to corner. It's probably going to be quite dangerous for Leeds because they've looked good in the air. Beale's got his Molinar haircut. Ball played in. Again, they win another one. And who's that this time? Is that Dunk? Dunk wins it this time. Oh, knocked on. Justin did all right, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin just gets edged out. Leeds nearly winning it back off Inshelwood, and ball's going to go all the way through. Oh, guys, it's a riveting game, as you can probably tell. The atmosphere just reflects it. It's just like an end of season kickabout. There's more to play for Brighton, in all fairness. Ball now. Back to Darlow. Clears this left. Need Willie on at half-time. Yeah, Metra and Nonso, definitely. Definitely. There's a little bit of creativity that is just absolutely needed. That's what you're going to have to replace as well. You know, if you let Nonso go and all this sort of stuff, you're going to have to replace that impact from the bench. You know, you've got that now, but if Leeds want to sell him, then, yeah, I don't know. Ball forward by Justin. De Kuiper did well there to keep it away from Dan James. Dan James is leaving that position a little bit vacated there, though, isn't he? Stack tries to go over. Stack wins it back. Oh, Leeds can't win the seconds. De Kuiper does well. Cleared by Verbruggen. Rodham. And Leeds win it. Well done, Dan James. Stack is a baller. Leeds, I go. Aronson is underrated. He's the glue in the engine of the team. If James was a 16-year-old, do you think this kid is worth a chance on, assuming he would learn how to play? Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the thing, mate, with a lot of players. I think a lot of players, it can be that. And it's difficult. It's difficult for you to evolve at that point in your career. With James being as old as he can, it's very rare, unless you get like a Marcelo Bielsa who's going to change your entire gameplay. It is quite difficult, I think. Dunk goes over the top. Should go out for a goal kick, and it does. Look like you need some caffeine. No, it's not that, mate. It's just there's not. It's sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes it can be quite hard to do a watch along when and I obviously love it and I enjoy it. It's just when there's nothing going on, it's difficult to keep you guys entertained. Leeds win advantage in the second half. That's true, John. That is something we've had to play against, to be fair, mate. I think that's a good point. Hurry up for 5:30, says Jack. Baz says kind of Premiership can be boring. I've not heard anyone call it the Premiership for a while, but you are right, yeah. Beale's playing well. And Purdue. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. James, come on. Deliver a good ball. Dan James on the right-hand side. Opportunity. Better. Oh, Leeds win the corner. Better from James. Again, it's that inconsistency with James. Hit the byline. Lovely chip ball in. Just needed a Dominic Calvert-Lewin nod in there. But it was getting marshalled really well by Dunk. Takes on De Kuiper. Lovely ball in. It's actually, is it Ampadu? No, it's Aronson. See, Metra, that's a goal. That's a goal. Nods it in. Aronson being held there by Dunk. Like, it's never, ever going to happen, is it? Anyway, Stack with the ball in here. Good ball. Headed out. Oh, we are not. We're just not. They look more dangerous. And again, Aronson up against Welbeck. Thank God for, who was that there? Justin. Thank God for Justin, because Aronson was getting robbed there. Leeds lose it. Brighton come away with it. Yeah, the corners, we've looked more vulnerable from our corners, which is maybe a slight worry. Every single time they've cleared and appear to have left two up, and it's Welbeck and Minter every time. and we look more vulnerable. They just kick the ball up and it's 2-on-2. 4 minutes left time. Brentford have equalised. Okay. Corner, Brighton. Right, let's keep the goal out. Don't score now. Set piece. Gross over it. Okay, ball about to be played in here. Pascal Gross whips it in. Headed out by DCL. Kaggioglu had an effort there. The ball is still live. Ball played in by Kaggioglu. Back post. Still live. They've got to all the second balls here, Brighton. Leeds are very deep. Pascal Gross has a go. It's a brilliant save. And I think, oh my God, how's that not gone in? I cannot believe that's not gone in. Pascal Gross with the maddest shot you've ever seen, which Darlow actually did quite well. I'll be honest with you. Darlow actually did really well. Lee's not getting out quick enough again, but Gross, look at this. It just whips. It goes one way, then the other. It's got swerve on it. And then Van Hecker has put the ball over on the line. I think he's offside, though. But an incredible strike by Pascal Gross. He's literally hit the valve of the ball. But it all does come from Leeds, just not really, Leeds getting out quickly enough. We are very deep, but Darlow's done well there. Yeah, it's a good save, that from Kyle Darlow. Kaggioglu. Here they come again. Gross. Leeds need half time at the minute. And I agree with a lot of you guys. I'd be bringing on Metcha and... Yeah, I'll be bringing on Metcha. Well, this could be quite good if Everton are winning. And Everton are winning, which means... Kaggioglu. Gross puts it in, headed out. Yes, this would mean live, because Everton are beating Sunderland, which means, standings-wise, that Everton could realistically still get into... I think they could get into... Yeah, they could get into 6th spot, which is amazing. Could still get into 6th spot, Everton, which is pretty cool. It means that they go to Spurs with an objective. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, counter-attack here. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, nearly the own goal of the season. Off Lewis Dunk. And yeah, DCL just didn't. It's when DCL, he's like Bamford like that. When he's got time to think, I don't trust DCL. He's much better instinctively. Stack's done really well coming away with it in the channel. And Brighton were a bit exposed there. It's DCL up against Van Hecker. I don't know what he's doing. It completely kills the angle for himself. And then Veltman kicks the ball against Dunk and it nearly goes in the top corner. Nearly the own goal of the season, actually. Saved by Verbruggen and it's a corner. Can we do something from a corner? Something from a corner. But it's good, actually, because that might see Spurs. Spurs are playing Everton on the last day of the season, so you never know what could happen there if Everton have got something to fight for. Ball played in, headed out again by an Everton player, by a Brighton player. Start puts it in again, blocked. Come on, let's win one. Oh, we've won a flick on. Get in. And we give fucking hell. God, we're bad from set pieces without Strauch. We are bad. There's no plan from set pieces. It's just lump the ball into the box. Seriously, we honestly, from set pieces, they look way more dangerous than we do. They're just easy to defend. I don't know what's happened with us on set pieces. Gudmundsson at Fulham was the on goal of the season. Philippa says, greetings from Sunny Cost. Hey, Philippa. Yes, it is dull. And that's it. That's it. It's half time. Yeah, slap a like on the video, guys. Really appreciate all your support. Really difficult for me to analyse. Back back and forward. The game of corners, game of like long balls, nothing really in open play. It's yeah, it's been a bit dead. I'll be honest with you, guys. I will be 2 minutes. Freddie, thank you so much as well, man. I'm going to be 2 minutes. I'm literally just going to go get a drink because at the minute I am parched, absolutely parched. So 2 minutes. It's half time. We are going to be going all the way through the evening, guys. All the way through the evening. We are going to be going for the West Ham game as well. We've got an instant match reaction to this. Hopefully things will speed up a little bit. But if you haven't already, please slap a like on the video. Let me download it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in terms of just putting something on the screen for you guys. I'll tell you what, I'll just turn it down and I'll thanks, Freddie. And I'll literally just go to get a cup of tea. 2 minutes. Hello. What would guys? What are your thoughts on like hummus and flatbread? It's so nice, isn't it? Like just when you're in the fridge and you just go and have like you see that hummus dip and you think, oh, please have some flatbread, and you find the flatbread and you just think, scoop it up. Scoop it up. I've just scooped it up and indulged in hummus. Hummus. Am I going a bit mad? Yeah, probably. Lanu would be nice, maybe to come on the pitch. The left back, I think he is. That'd be interesting to see. Ahead of maybe James Justin. Who knows? In terms of subs, I'd like Metra and Nonta to come on. The duo. Apparently, Mika Richardson says looks like they're safe when we are automatically safe. We are mathematically safe, I should say. But I've got a cup of char. Hummus and flatbread go. Delicious. Put some harissa in it if you like the chili. Do you know what, Sujal and Annabelle? It's like the Unk status con, but I'll let it slide. Oh, have some carrot sticks. Yeah. I just love Greek food. The problem is, I would be so fat if I had my own way. I honestly would be. Because like salt and vinegar. What's your favorite crisps? Now we're talking about hummus. Let's get into crisps. My favorite crisps is salt and vinegar squares. Right. Do you rate it or not? Salt and vinegar squares, or salt and vinegar discos, or salt and vinegar McCoys. Oh God! The problem is with crisps, I've just become an absolute whopper. Crisps, I'm so addicted to crisps, and when there's hummus in the fridge, all I want, or some of those posh crisps, you know what you get from the co-op, posh crisps and hummus. I'd be in big trouble. Big trouble. Try a broad bean hummus, Connor. All right, I will do, mate. See, ready salted. My dad likes ready salted crisps. I just think they're a bit plain, which technically they are. That's why they're called ready salted. Jared, I've got an international audience. Salt and vinegar is still a thing in the States, is it not? And Oz. Salt and vinegar. Let's have a look at American crisp. Or what do you call them? Chips. American chips. No, you do have salt and vinegar, I think. Lay's. There you go. Are they salt and vinegar? A salt and vinegar yeah, they are. They'd be quite nice. Salt and vinegar Lay's crisps, Jared. Yeah, go on. We'll take that as well. My mouth is watering. Potato salt and vinegar, says Pat. Oh, Patrick. Yes, I do love potatoes as well. Minted lamb sensation. I'll be on the Leeds pitch if crisps weren't invented. Fair enough. Walker salt and vinegar, monster. Oh. The goat. Could be the Lionel Messi of all crisps. Pickled onion monster munch. Oh. Do you remember knickknacks? Who remembers knickknacks? Spicy. Oh. World class. Skips, good shout. Lee says Aldi version of Pringles over branded all day long. Golden Wonders. God. Yeah. I've never had Takis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Never been a Frazzles fan, you know. Jack says, while you're here, Connor, we know pre-matches for next season yet. I think we've got Liverpool, haven't we? We've got Liverpool, Sunderland, Wrexham in the United States. And then I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure yet. Oh, Man United in Dublin, obviously. And then I think it's pretty bleak, isn't it, at the minute? If you are Canadian, ketchup chips for the win. Ketchup chips. Ketchup chips. Oh, that good lad. Good lad. Monster Munch. Chaz, great question. The real question here is, should salt and vinegar and cheese onion be green? That is a question for the ages. I think blue should always be cheese and onion. I think green should always be salt and vinegar. Joe says he's a connoisseur of hummus, and you can't do it though, can you? You just get tubby. It's what I'd eat every day. And a Snickers bar. Oh, See, I'm getting fat mindset now. Fat mindset. Been a good game though. It's amazing that Connor stays so slim. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you would. I get quite self-conscious because I'm like, I'm 13 and a bit stone and I'm 6 foot. But then I'm like, I'll go on a BMI thing. I'll go on a BMI thing and it'll be like, you're overweight. I'm like, I don't feel overweight, but maybe I am overweight. So maybe you're wrong there, mate. Maybe you're wrong. Can't have some crisps and do the way. Oh, Jared, stop it. Stop it, because I will get tempted. I will get tempted. Do you know what I'll do? I'll end up getting a Deliveroo. A stupid Deliveroo. I've started getting to a bad habit, right, of I've got a coffee machine. Like, not the greatest coffee machine, but I've got a coffee machine. I've started going on Deliveroo and ordering a coffee. Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? But it's because I'm doing streams. So if I'm doing early morning streams, I'm like, I get up and I come into the room. I'm still half baked, sleep, nothing else. And I'm there like, oh, and then I'm like, oh God, I need something. Mrs. is out, and I'm like, need a coffee. And I did it like 3 times last week. I ordered a coffee online. What am I doing? It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Get a grip, Connor. Get a grip of your life. Code Zero says more excited for the West Ham game. Come on, yes. I agree, mate. I agree. Jamie says, I know my old man was from Leeds, but he used to put malt vinegar in ready salt. Jamie, that's interesting. And it's probably something that I might have to try. Oh, Rutter, don't you come on. We don't need Rutter coming on. Gio's in the building. I'm having a Chinese later to either celebrate or cheer me up. I'm telling you, Gio, it's going to be a 1-2 win. A 1-2 win. But then I'm thinking, should I get an Indian takeaway? Oh, that could be a good shout. That could be a good shout. Buy a bean to cup coffee machine, Connor. Okay. Code Zero, I know it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. I know, Ryan, I know it's bad. I know it. And I've only done it this week, but I get, honestly, I get it. I drink it and I go, what have I done? What have I done? You lazy piece of disgraceful. Honestly, and I've only got myself to blame. DePaul coming on. I know, mate. I know. It's shocking. Get a grip. I know. Look, you don't need to crucify me. I crucify myself. Imagine when the missus comes home. Why is there a Costa in the bin, Connor, when you have a perfectly good coffee machine? Fair point. Really good point. So, as I say, it's only been this week. Chicken biryani. Do you think Leeds will be in for Harry Wilson? So I don't, mate. No, I think it's probably more Harvey Elliott. Hopefully, anyway. But no, I don't think we're going to be in. Don't allow Rutter on. Yeah, Rutter. Deck says Leeds and paddle for me. That's good, Deck. I like that, man. Do you know what, Deck? I'd love to play a bit of paddle. Love to play a bit of paddle. What's your default Indian order? It's really boring, mate. Like probably a chicken balti, garlic naan, pilau rice. Basic. You know what I mean? Basic kind of guy. What coffee have you got? What coffee do I have? It's the red one from the co-op. Red coffee, ground Italian. See what comes up. Rosa. Lavazza Rosa. Lavazza Qualità Rosa. Right, we're about to get going again. I won't. You guys are all telling me off here. I feel bad. We're about to get going. Yeah, Vitek. He's been brilliant, Annie Lee. Good to see you in here as well, Lee. Not seen you in here in a while, man. Leeds kicking from right to left towards the cop. Padley's amazing. Can't get down to Leeds. Yeah, man. Definitely. I'd love to. Drinking a cruise camper myself. Never tried it before, but it's decent. What time is it where you are, mate? What time is it? Try Peshwari naan. It's got a bit of a weird taste to it, though, Jack. Is Peshwari coconut? I don't like coconut, mate. Adioglu's gone down with a really, really good tackle there. Sujal, that is not a foul. That is not a foul, by the way. Kadioglu goes down. He's a small little man, and he's just been hammered by a ball. Now it's not a foul, though. Sujal says, when does the rumour mill start? The rumour mill, mate, I can give you a date, actually. I can give you a date when the rumour mill's starting. The rumour mill will start... what are we on? 17th, 18th. Probably like the 1st of June, Sujal, I'd say. I think post the weekend of the 24th, we're going to be doing like Leeds United awards, plans for next season, all that sort of good stuff. So like reflective bits. And then maybe to the back end of the week, we'll start it a little bit like my targets, what I want. 5 players Leeds need to improve on, all that sort of business. That'll probably be towards the back end of the week. And then it'll officially start, I think, from the 1st. Crisps in tomato soup is banging. Okay. Ampadu on the ball. Seb ball now. More balloons on the pitch, which is good. James Justin. Altanaka on the overlap. He's got time. Ball in. And James looks to have hurt himself, I think. That like a really good ball in from Tanaka. It was floated all the way to the back post. And yeah, it just didn't really seem to have many suitors. How is this tea cold already? I need to be a kettle in here. Nothing worse than lukewarm tea or coffee. Oh, Michael Oliver's just giving everything. Absolutely everything. Lisa, I thought you'd be at the final home game, Connor. I tried, mate, but the problem I have, right, is if I'm like, obviously I want to do the watch-alongs with you guys, but if I ever wanted to do like a Burnley, I'm in a bit of a nightmare situation because I'm always wanting to go with my dad. I'm never going to go to Elland Road without my dad. So I always try to get him a ticket, but he's not a member. So, and he's an absolute nightmare when it comes to actually paying for his membership. I'm like, Dad, you need a membership. And he's like, yeah, I'll get one. But then he never ends up getting one. So it's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. And then other people I know want to go as well, but they're not members. So then I have to go through people who can help me out a little bit for tickets. But sometimes they let me know a little bit too late. Like I can't, like I've got to be a little bit more scheduled with my routine for my job. So it's a case of like, if people are giving me tickets or I have to pay face value, which is absolutely fine, and maybe even a little bit more, I have to know in due course. Over the bar from Hinshelwood there. But yeah, I need to know in due course. I can't know sort of like on the day. And I know that's only when people can help me, but I've got to organise things. So I don't want to go to Elland Road by myself. I want to go with like family members or friends. But family members in particular don't have memberships. So it's like, I need to get that sorted for next season. But also the watch along is my job. So yeah, Terrace is buying a membership. Yeah, that's probably the plan next season. But I did buy him a very overpriced ticket for the Burnley game, which I had to do. And I had a look at buying it off a friend. I can't even tell you the price that I got quoted for 3 people. I can't even tell you. And I was actually quite knocked off with it. Do you know what the rebuttal back I got was? It's because this Leeds fan knows that people will buy it. That was his rebuttal. I got offered 250 quid a ticket for this Brighton game. And I actually got quite annoyed seeing it. And it's not the guy's fault who got me in contact at all. It's not his fault. But I saw it and I thought, and the rationale behind it, and its poor rationale was he knows that Leeds fans will pay it. And I'm like, is he a Leeds fan? And he's doing that? Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Poor if you ask me. But yeah, like 250 quid for 3 tickets. There's no way I'm paying that. Absolutely no way. I know, Collabs, it's on. Nothing's going on. An idea, a coffee flask, a 1 Leeds coffee flask, maybe. De Kuiper on the overlap here. Dan James does well. Does really well there, Dan James. Lee's not really got to grips with it yet in the first 5 minutes of the first half. We come away with the ball. We just haven't got the ball. And Leeds, I think, win a foul. No, they don't, because Mike Oliver's a twat. And they'll win a foul. Yeah, they do. You absolute. I can't believe Michael Oliver. Anytime they go down, he gives them it. Ball played through. Opportunity for Brighton. Welbeck. Blocked off the line. Second opportunity. Leeds are all at sea here. We need to start getting these second balls, don't we? I mean, big opportunity there for Brighton. They appear to have up the intensity. Minter does well against James. James on his arse, ball played in. Corner, I think. Goal kick. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It was mad. Like he said to me, and it's not, as I said, it's not the lad's fault. It's not the lad's fault at all. Who offered me some of the tickets, but so it would have cost, because my mum was like, I'd love to go down. So I was like, all right, okay. So then I priced it up, so it would cost me 750 quid to get to a Leeds game just for the tickets. That's getting back. That's the day at Leeds as well. It's gonna cost you, albeit, you know, up to a mad amount of money. So not for me. Yeah, they do look ahead of us. They are ahead of us. I know, mate. Remy, I know. It was quite staggering, to be honest. Michael Oliver eventually gives Leeds a foul, which is nice. But yeah, they've stepped it up here, Brighton. They look a little bit ahead of us, I'll be honest. A little bit ahead of us here. 1.4k of you in the building, guys. Slap a like on the video. Thank you very much. I think, as we've said at halftime, things need to be... changed up in this half, I think. Dom's looking very isolated up against Van Hecker, and he's not helping himself there. He's just got the ball there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the knock-on. He's just giving it straight back to Lewis Dunk. But if you don't have a lot of the ball, you're going to be rusty on the ball when you get it. It's only the elite players who, when they never get the ball, they're as good on the ball. It's very difficult. But I mean, Brighton are very good in possession, aren't they? You can tell here, but Leeds are struggling a bit here. Belieber on his arse because he's under a little bit of pressure, gets a foul. Van Hecker carries on. Leeds win it back. They win another fucking foul because all they do is throw themselves to the floor. It's quite incredible. Leeds engage. Michael Oliver just wants to give a foul every time because he's an easy referee. Excuse my French, but any single time a Brighton player goes down on the floor, it's not even a second. It's bang, yeah. A little bit of an engagement. Brighton player goes to the floor, goes to the deck. Yeah, changes are needed here. Changes are definitely needed. If Leeds is to try and win this game, we can't keep the ball at the minute. You need someone who's better on the ball than Brendan Aronson and Dan James, and in that forward line. You know, you could even make a case for Tanaka, but I think Tanaka's better on the ball than a lot of our players. But Leeds have got to get after him a little bit more here because it's a waiting game at the minute in terms of Brighton scoring. And they're in again here. Dan James is miles out of position. Jakob Minter's had the best of him in this game so far. Minter, good ball in. Oh, wow. Jakobio gets all of his angles wrong. It goes off his ankle and goes out for another corner to Brighton, but they're all over us now. They're absolutely all over us. Yeah. Bill was lucky there. Spewed off I think it was his right foot or his left foot. I think it might have been left foot, actually. He actually did quite well because I'd have probably banked on Welbeck beating Bornau to the ball there. Corner. De Kuyper on it. I've got a bad feeling about these corners. Not defended them that well so far. Ball played in, and it's just wide. And it's another corner. Because fucking Michael Oliver can't wait to give it. Looked like when Danny Welbeck headed it just wide. He shouldn't be beating Bornau as much as he is there. Bornau's fucking half asleep. Excuse my French, guys. Just look at said Bornau there. He's absolutely half asleep. Danny Welbeck gets a run on him, and we're lucky there. Got to wake up a little bit, Leeds, here from corners. Ball played in again. They've won it again, and it's headed out on the second attempt. Leeds, we do not want this to go to set pieces at any point. Good God. Brendan Aronson gets passed around as Brighton come again. Headed out by Justin. Absolutely under the cosh here. It's the most we've been under the cosh in the game. Gross finds a little pocket. Kadioglu. Yeah, we need changes if we're going to just get a footprint on this game. We need better players on the ball. And we need Dom needs help. Let's see how long we can keep it here. Be all on the ball. See how long we can actually keep the ball. Darlow. Ball now on his left side, which isn't great. Yeah. And we lose it straight away. Justin loses it. And they're in. And is that another corner? We've got to start learning from our frigging mistakes here. I mean, I'm looking at Daniel Farker here to get better players on the football pitch when it comes to retaining the ball. But Brighton are absolutely all over us. And we look a league apart at the minute. Because when we get the ball, we just get pressed and we don't know what to do. But they're still there. They're still there. Why don't we play it a little bit longer and get Lucas Mecha and Willie Gnonto on the pitch? Play it a little bit longer. I don't understand. We pass out from the back and then we get caught. It's a brilliant ball from BL, who's gone long. DCL keeps it in. I mean, look at the amount of Brighton players. And Aronson does all right. Stack. No, never going in. Over the bar. I think we're set up to defend here rather than attack, and I think you can tell that with one like offensive body on the pitch, being DCL. But yeah, they press us into oblivion there, and they were in. It's actually a poor ball. It looks like from Hinchelwood. Beal did really well. Stood his ground. Wharton goal, Palace 2-1. Yeah, Brighton miles better. Miles better. Still 0-0 though, but yeah, I mean, I'd be looking at changes, to be honest. What a weird team Palace are. They are weird, aren't they? Yeah, that takes Palace to 13th and a point behind Sunderland. It's funny, if Leeds are to win this, I think we go to 47. That puts Leeds a point behind Sunderland. How mad's that? Veltman. Good ball in. Block, though. Actually, Leeds have done well here. Joe Rodon. Can we find an out ball? There's no out ball, man. Stack. We're so defensive. And they were, oh, good God. Come on, Farker. That can't be James down again. That was Aronson. Aronson's gone down. Aronson's on the deck. Right, Gnonto and Metra are coming on. 57th minute. I don't think we are subbing on a youngster, are we? Someone's saying we're subbing on a youngster. Don't think we are. Anthrop says, it's like watching George Graham's first season. No intent to go and win it. Yeah, interesting comparison. Yeah, he definitely prioritised defending, didn't he? Stephen says, I could fly to London, then go to Leeds and see a match, spend a few days in England for the cost of one World Cup tickets. Yeah. So Willie's coming on. Is that for Brendan? Sean Longstaff's coming on as well. I don't mean that. Don't mind that. I'm kind of happy from a, I don't know if would an injury. I think he'd have kept on. I think he'd have kept Aronson on. James coming off. I think that's the right sub as well. I think that's the right sub. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do now, isn't it? And Tanaka going off. Yeah, I think they're all right. Yeah, I think Tanaka has not been great. Tanaka's not been great. It's a lot of off the ball work in it for Tanaka at the minute. I think Longstaff's probably better at that. Longstaff's just probably not as good on the ball as a technical level, but as a runner, he's better. He's more powerful, isn't he, than Tanaka? Non-subbing on's better. And hopefully Metra. I think Metra was really good in the last game. He was sort of like overrated. Like, I think we looked at, you kind of looked at Nonto in the Spurs game and you thought Nonto was a difference maker, and he was, but Metra was really good as well. But yeah, we needed that. We needed something else. I mean, we just couldn't touch the ball. And I don't think it's going to change as much, but maybe Leeds can just get a little bit better on the attack in terms of look a little bit more potent. It's not going to change here in terms of, I don't think. I mean, it looks like Nonto's playing right back, which is interesting. Stack up against De Kuiper. Stack does well. De Kuiper gets the throw. So yeah, it looks like Willie Nonto's right back. Kuiper with a big throw. Launches it. Headed out by Beal. Beal's been good today. Headed back in. Gross. I love Gross. He's such a good player, and he can do it with both feet. They've just got a lot of very good technical players. The league table doesn't lie, does it? Doesn't lie at all. But they've not been great in this game, I don't think. Not been amazing. It does feel, I have to say, guys, it does feel like it's coming. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but it does feel like it's coming a little bit. Van Hecker. Oh, Justin's done brilliantly there. Really well, Justin, to intercept that. And then we just kick the ball back again. Okay, have Leeds won that? No. Yeah, we've got trouble at the minute when we get the ball at the back, when we're under a bit of pressure. What do we do with it? Can we punch it into midfield? Can we punch it accurately into the front man? We don't seem to be doing that. We just panic and get rid of it. Yeah, that's not going to last, I don't think. Seamus Coleman getting picked for the Ireland squad's mad, isn't it? He just retired, hasn't he, from Everton? I guess he's not retired internationally, though. Nonso's done really well. Brilliant defending from Willian Nonso. Really good defending from Willian Nonso there from that right-hand side. Done really well there, Nonso. Wins a goal kick for Leeds. Oh, Sunderland have scored. 1-1. Not great. Everton are just so, like, unreliable, aren't they, Everton, at the minute? Goodness me. And that's probably not good for West Ham fans because, I mean, does that get Everton out of the European race? Belieber. Oh, Belieber caught. Belieber caught. Metcha. Okay. Nonso. Oh, unlucky. Strike on goal. Just wide from Willian Nonso. Oh, well, it's decent, isn't it? It's decent. Pure strike on goal, probably about a yard wide. Leeds recovered it. Good little press there from Sean Longstaff, who won it back off Belieber, who was trying to play around in his own box. And then Metcha played the ball out wide. Nice little dummy from Stack outside of the area. Nonso, he slipped when he had a shot, but I mean, everybody's slipping today, aren't they? Look like a decent effort. Jacobiel does really well again. And that should be a free kick to Leeds United, but that prick in the middle's not given anything. Oh, no. Stack's rolling around. Fucking knobhead. Honestly, knobhead, Michael Oliver. Absolute knobhead. Now, guys, I'm not saying that's a foul, but the consistency of this guy, the consistency of this prick of a referee, he's writhing around here in agony. He stood on his leg as well. He didn't mean to. But what I'm talking about is Stack's in agony. Oh, God. We've seen this before, haven't we? This isn't good. And that's Leeds with... Oh, dear. He's in some real trouble there, Stack. Has says, okay, there. Oh, God. Brighton bringing on Rutter and Diego Gomez. Great. They didn't have to do that, did they? Yeah, a little bit more worried now about what we've actually got available because Rutter coming on as well. Welbeck going off. So this Leeds lineup, I really hope it's nothing like Achilles or anything like that for Stack. So on the bench, we've got... Oh, dear. Not a lot of options on the bench at all. I don't know what we're going to do. I actually know what we're going to do here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not bringing Peru on in a game like this. I'd rather stick Chadwick on. I don't know. Good God. What could we do here? Does anybody know in the chat what you think we could do? Well, Stack's obviously going to go off, isn't he? I hope he's all right. Need him to continue, really. We don't really have anything, do we? We don't really have anything. What would you do? Like Jared says, 3 kids and Perot. I hope he's all right. We never normally get players being able to run it off. It's a nightmare. Farker's new Prada rain jacket. God, look at him. Look at the children on the bench. Byram into centre mid. Oh, my God. No, not against Brighton. I don't know what we can do. Put Byram on and Justin in the middle. Come on, Anton. We need you here, fella. Thank God he's walking. Thank God he's walking. Callum Wilson, that's what we need, mate. That's what they... Irons! That's what they need. That's good that he's starting. He's got to start Wilson. He's got to start Wilson. If you guys aren't aware, we will be doing a watch-along for this on the other channel. Why wouldn't Newcastle go a little bit less as well? Scumbags Newcastle. Not going less when you've got Tottenham potentially going down. Yeah, it's a good team, that West Ham team, though, to be fair. Giants. Minter. Going to be delivered again. Leeds down to 10 at the minute. Ball in by Gross. Back post. Oh my God. Diego Gomez should have put them 1-0 up. Massive miss. Big miss. Byram on, bring Nonto into right wing, not Byram, not right wing back. Yeah. Can you link the other channel? I can do, mate. Yeah, can do. Yeah, if you guys are interested, it's probably a good idea that I'll link you the other channel. I'll put it in the pinned comments so you can see it. If you guys are interested, Metcha does really well. Dominic Calvert-Lewin plays the ball back out to Nonto. Nonto sees the overlap. Oh, who's that on the overlap? And it's a corner to Leeds. It should be. It's a corner. Rodon's done really well. And now Minter's down. Bloody hell, we're not getting going, are we? So if you guys are interested, I think Rodon's been really good today on that right-hand side. Minter looks injured now. Minter looks hurt. I mean, Joe Rodon's literally done nothing wrong there. I think Minter's just jarred his leg, hasn't he? Still down, though. He's face planting the floor. So, guys, you will see that in the chat now. You'll see it in the chat. I'll pin it. Replace pin message. If you guys want to come join me on the next watch long, it'll be there. Not good for Minter. Byram to welcome Gio back to Elland Road. Ah, God. I always liked Gio. Gio Rutter. He's one of my favourite players. Farker just had no idea how to play him. Do you remember we'd have like Bamford out, and then we'd have Bamford out, and then we'd have Peru out, then we'd have Rutter in the 9 or the 10. We just didn't have a system for Rutter at all. Nearly 70 on the clock, still 0-0. I'd absolutely take a draw how this game is now, to be honest. How was he missed that? Diego Gomez. Oh, my God. Absolute stinker. Now, can Leeds do something from a corner? Can Leeds do something from a corner, people? Let's have a look. Ball now in there. We've got enough height in there. And Minter's just walked it off. Looks fine. Ball in. Leeds players appealing for handball there. Appealing for handball. Are they gonna go do the question? Ball played in. I tell you what. No VAR, because we don't appeal for it. We have one person appealing for it. Fucking hell, man. What a joke. Headed out. I mean, is that 2 now? 2 handballs where, you know, you could see. Lieber gets ran out by Stack. Brilliant work by Stack. Excellent work. I believe he's a good player, isn't he? Brilliant from Ampadu. Really good covering from Ethan Ampadu. Stack gets rid. Oh, nearly getting Metra in behind Dunk. Dunk does well. Dunk then clears. I think the subs have made a good difference here, actually. Van Hecker. And now there's another Leeds player down. Who is it now? Fuck me. Someone else is down. Is it Stack? Yeah, Stack's done. Stack's done. Stack's ran his race. Shitbag believer not kicking it out. Yeah, Stack's done. I don't know what we're going to do here. Oh dear. That's going to be him for the season, that, innit? What a shame. What a shame. That's going to be him done, innit? It's big. Honestly, anything to do with West Ham, Peru's coming on. We've got no other option, have we? We've got no other option. This is interesting. I don't know what the hell we're going to do now. See, this is the problem, guys, with the transfer window. This is the problem. You have major bodies out, in particular, our right wing back and our left wing back. We can't do anything. We're in big trouble. You know, when on a serious note, if you're putting Dan James at right wing back, and if you put in James Justin at left wing back, guys, that it might have done well at points. You know, you look Justin, it's never been Goodmanson and Bogle out together. We're in massive trouble if that's the case for portions of next season. Seriously. We've got serious investment needed for this squad. We've had a brilliant season this season, of course we have. But yeah, there has to be some, especially with the outgoings that we've got. Leeds need to really think about this. Stats going off on a stretcher. This is going to be his second bout of the season. Thank God we're at the end. But yeah. I'm telling you, it's a big second season in terms of recruitment. Yeah, we do need players. We do need players, 100%. Let's hope he's okay. Poor Stack. Oh, what a brilliant servant he's been for Leeds this season. It's an awful sight to see that, to be honest with you, because if it affects his World Cup, I mean, we're bare bones FC all of a sudden, aren't we? Bare bones FC. The mods in the building. Are the mods in the building? Can we just get a yes from the mods? Get rid of this Matthew Brooker geezer. Get rid of him. I'm sick to the back teeth of this guy. In fact, I'm going to go in and move you, mate. You come in and every single time you're abusive. Every single time. Nobody said anything. The chat's having a really good time. Get rid of this guy. See you in a bit, Matt. You come in and not respectful. You're done, pal. Swearing and having a go at people for opinions. I don't think so. See you in a bit. Right. Okay. So this is interesting. It's all right. Yeah, I got rid of him. Can't be dealing with people like that. Can't articulate opinions without getting aggressive. Oh, they're in here. Oh, just wide. Offside, I think Leeds have won that. Rutter nearly stealing in. Yeah, I don't know. He just went over on his ankle, mate. Just went over on his ankle. I mean, he's onside there, to be fair. The refs, I think they've called offside. There was no offside there, but I'm not sure. Thanks, Joel. Timed him out last week too. Yeah, Ryan, he's every single time he comes in here, he'll have an opinion, which is absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden, someone will say something. I hear one of you guys say something. And I'm protective of people in here as well because of the community and I engage with them a hell of a lot. Or he'll say something to me and it's just pure abuse. The guy cannot articulate without swearing and getting angry in the chat. Does my absolute nuts in. Oh dear. Stack was brilliant there though. Thought Stack was very, very good. Very good. Right, we got about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to go. Brandon says Good point, this, yeah. Longstaff, DCL. Maybe a little opportunity for Leeds. DCL. Peru. Ooh, Peru. Nearly. We nearly had a Peru goal. We nearly had a Peru goal. Look at that. He gets the standing ovation. Look at that. Joel Peru nearly getting in. Good effort from Peru, that. Bloody hell. Decent effort from Yoel. Just wide. Leeds win it back. Really good tackle by Justin, but they win it back again. Mods in the chat again, if you would. If you would, lads and lasses. The mods. In Sherwood. Thanks, Matty. Guys, we have got 1.7k of you in the building and only 700 likes. Please, it's absolutely free for the channel. Please slap a like on the video. I really appreciate that. DCL plays the ball behind Lucas Mecha. Leads on a bit of a transition here. Mecha heading down the left-hand side. There's about 6 players getting into the box. Mecha up against Kadioglu. Does well. Puts the ball in. And it's quite an easy clearance there by the big, tall, gangly. I don't know what Longstaff's doing there. He just headed the ball to Rutter. Yeah, subs have had an impact. I agree. They have. Peru blowing like he's ran a marathon. Ball played over the top. It's Jakob Minter against Willie Nonto here on that left-hand side. Nonto, who is now a left back. He's done really well there, Nonto. He's done so well there, Willie Nonto. And then, fuck's sake, Peru, who normally has the golden touch, according to everybody, just gives the ball straight. He's just so off it, isn't he? He's so off it. Who is this guy? Can we get rid of this guy? Mods, this Ishan geezer. Just absolutely can't read any of the chat because he's just been a weirdo in there. Ball in. Ooh, Darlow's completely misjudged that. Completely misjudged that, Carl Darlow. It is a corner, though. It is a corner. Darlow looked all over the place there. It looked like he had that pretty simply. Oh, Rutter. Good save, Darlow. You don't want Rutter scoring. There's no need for Rutter to score. Yeah, maybe it's just me, Cloud. Maybe it's just me. It's weird. It's coming through on my system behind. He's called Ishan Earl, but yeah, it's just I don't know what's going on. I think you need another striker to help DCL, preferably one who's a bit younger because DCL is inconsistent. Yeah, agreed. He's more than that though. Do you know what I mean? He's more than that to our system. Van Hecker. 10 to go, probably 15 in reality. Ayari coming on. Really good sub that for Brighton. Really good sub. Kadioglu plays it beyond. Gross whips it in. Back post. Oh, nearly flicked in there by Hinshelwood. Feels like it's coming in a strange sort of way, but not coming. I don't know. It's weird. They just don't seem to have that finishing touch, but mean, he's offside there, to be fair. They're trying to overload on the right and left-hand side here, but Leeds' line's good. Leeds' line is good. Longstaff does well. DCL does well again. And Leeds win a throw. And I think Brighton have thrown on a new team here. Got a completely different team. Ayari's coming on. Cheers, Cloud. Yeah, he's gone now, hasn't he? I don't know where he was. I couldn't see him on the YouTube chat. It was weird. I am really happy that we'd have to see Bornau a lot in this Leeds side. The dynamic, him just passing out from the back, is just non-existent. I don't think he's... I'll be honest, I think Welbeck... I said at the start of the game, I said Welbeck might be able to get in front of him a couple of times. I think he has from corners, set pieces. Welbeck's just got 3 of him. Don't think he's looked great, Bornau. But I don't think Bornau's a Premier League player, if I'm honest with you. I don't think he is. Just as he plays for Leeds doesn't already. The problem is, what we have now is with this Leeds squad is I think Farke naturally wants to, the aim is, I think Matoma's come on, hasn't it? Matoma and Ayari. Bornau gets in the way again. He wants to play like a more possession-heavy, attacking style of football, but then he doesn't want Ramazani and Nonto, who I think in the second half of the season in particular, when he's had barely any minutes, is still by far our best attacking winger. He doesn't want Ramazani or Nonto, but he wants to play this sort of possession-based, expansive, wingery team. I don't get it. It's very confusing to me. And then wants to keep hold of Dan. This isn't a direct criticism of Daniel Farke. I just don't understand it. And the argument for Nonto was always he doesn't defend. Well, I think that's absolute nonsense. I think against Spurs he defended excellently well. And I think in this game so far, he's been on the pitch for 20 minutes. I think he's done really well against Minter. So I don't get it. I don't get it. In a game like this, imagine how important someone like Ramazani would have been. And I don't understand it for like the future either. That's what I don't get. You've got good ball players, really good ball players, and then Leeds are just looking to ship them on. It's more work. We have to do more work. So that's what I don't understand. Oh, Sunderland, have they scored? Yeah, fair play to them. It's the right result. Everton are just... I don't know what's going on with Everton. All coming in here. Corner for Brighton. Whipped in. Leeds win a free kick. Craig says it is Farke that doesn't want them though, Con. That's my worry. Yeah, I think it means that we have a lot to do. Like, it means that we have a hell of a lot to do. Like I say, Ramazani in this team would. So we're saying, but I know it's different, but Bornau, James Justin, like some of the auxiliary utility players, Bornau, Justin, Peru, Aronson, Dan James have relative impact in this Leeds team, but Ramazani wouldn't. Come on. What are we talking about here? Well, I'm not even going to engage in that conversation. Like, it's just nonsense. Nonsense. And the same with Nonto. Nonto is our best technical attacker. Like, he just is. So it just gives us more. I don't understand it. I don't understand what the objective is then, especially in like a shit game at home, which this is, a crap game at home. You're looking at an awful game at home here and still Nonto doesn't feature ahead of Dan, James and Brendan. That's it. This is what I mean. He wants us to do better in the transfer market, Daniel Farke, but then you've got 2 attacking players of which help this Leeds team, even if it is rotation, and he doesn't want them in. He doesn't want them in there. So it's bizarre. Brighton free kick. Headed on goal, saved. Yeah, this is a game that we want to forget. It's such an awful game, this. Awful game. I think probably the worst game of the season. This or like Liverpool away. It's bad, isn't it? It's a bad watch. Yeah, projects. I think I agree with that with the expressive plays stuff. It's strange, isn't it? Because he had, you look at what he had at Norwich with like Buendia and Campbell, they are expressive players, you know, but I know what you mean. He just doesn't. The Ramazani and Nonso thing. I mean, you got Ramazani in a Corbrand setup. If he wasn't working hard enough defensively, Carlos Corbrand is a Bielsa disciple. He just wouldn't have him. Just absolutely wouldn't have him. And then you're looking at Nonso, who I think defensively has been sound for Leeds. I think he's actually, to say he's been off the bench, I think he's had a decent season for Leeds, but he doesn't, like last season, doesn't get minutes. This season doesn't get minutes. So, yeah. But then we're going to ship both of them off. And then we're going to be like, we're going to keep Aronson and Dan James. That's how molecular it is. That's kind of what we're talking about. And I just don't get that. I don't understand. I think we look significantly weaker because of that. Van Hecker. And just don't forget we have half our team out injured. I understand that, mate. I get that. It's just, I mean, Okafor is injury burdened, isn't he? Okafor is injury burdened. Next season we will get Okafor like this as well, because he's been blighted with injury throughout his entire career. We've done well with him this season, but Okafor has been injured for pretty long periods at points this season, hasn't he? You know, you look at next season, you can't just be relying on that all the time. You've got to really go out there and get sustenance, quality as well. Played by Biol straight down to Verbruggen. Van Hecker. I'm fucking Alid. I am fucking 100%. I think he deserves it, but I don't. It's stuff like that which confuses me, mate. Stuff like that which confuses me. You want a dynamic, possession-based, four at the back style of play, but the two best attacking wingers at the football club are going to be leaving. That's just what I don't understand. And we're going to keep hold of the likes of Dan James and Dan James and Aronson. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just got to be careful with your recruitment. Nonso again, really good tackle. But then Brighton come again. Leeds are just defended now, obviously. Kadioglu. Oh, Justin's left him. Goal coming, I think. Good defending there from Beale. Justin's getting torn apart on that side now. They're just overloading Justin. They're absolutely overloading him. Beale with an absolutely exceptional tackle there. What a block that was. But Beale, Justin's getting overloaded now by Rutter. And he's got to keep an eye on the right-hand side as well of Pascal Gross. Yeah, Bornau's just, it's like Bornau has just got a turning circle of a double-decker bus. Beale monstrous, Annie, today. Beale's been brilliant. Another difficult one to defend, though, I think, this. Ball whipped in. Headed back. Another corner. Yeah, Beale's been unbelievable. Probably, I'd say man of the match, I think. Man of the match for me. Beale today has been outstanding. Another corner. Whipped in. Headed out by, guess who? Beale. Kadioglu. He's going to leave this for a throw. He is. Byram. Ooh. Byram coming on for ball now. I mean, there's not much between them, I don't think, to be fair. Is it his first minutes of the season? Sam Byram. Brentford 2-2. Gross. Ball in. Darlow saves. I don't think Leeds are in any rush here at all, to be honest. I don't think there's any expectancy for Leeds to get forward and do something. Doesn't feel like it. Nonso. And Purdue. And we're going all the way back again. Fuck me. Darlow. Does well, just gets it beyond Rutter. Beale, heavy touch. Does well, though. Ampadu. Byram. Metcha. Longstaff. Nonso. It's not a great ball from Longstaff, that. Nonso didn't do well there either, but it's not great, that from from Longstaff. Heavy touch, and Rodon's done brilliantly there. And Diego Gomez does that thing where he just rolls around on the floor, and it's then an awful pass from Joe Rodon. Oh, my God. Joe Rodon just had to have that along the floor, and he's fucking missed it as well. Well done, Darlow. Well done from the goalkeeper. Yeah, Rodon stepped forward then. I thought, oh, we got an attack here. Got an attack. And then he plays an awful ball. So it's kind of symptomatic of the game, really. Oh, and Leeds give it away again. Brighton give it away again. 9 minutes added. Beale. Darlow. Beale. Where the fuck is Peru playing? Beale tries to pass it through men, gives it away. And then Brighton give it away. Good Lord. Good God. Oh, we've got a lot to do in the summer. Put it that way. Got a hell of a lot to do. I can't be ever seeing Sam Byram starting the Premier League for Leeds United or Joel Peru. I go as far to say in the starting 11 as James and Aronson, but I know people don't like that. Kadioglu tries to get rid, and then Longstaff heads it wildly beyond Metcha. 7 left, thank God. The quality, and now who else is coming on? Solly March is coming on now. Minter coming off. It's been absolutely exceptional, though, I think. Absolutely exceptional. Beale. Byron wins a header. And Kadioglu's down now. What an awful, awful game of football. Come on. Pat your head off. Stop trying to Ziari. Stop trying to get everybody sent off. And apparently he needs a... Oh, my God. Okay, Leeds have it. Longstaff. Rodon. Ampadu. Nonso. Rodon. 94 on the clock. Presumably, we're probably going to get beyond 100 minutes here, I think. Longstaff. Don't think Longstaff's completed I don't think Longstaff's completed a decent pass in this game so far. It's been a poor showing. Byram, and fucking hell, God, this is a shit game of football. Sam Byram's offside somehow. Good God, opportunity there for Leeds, and Byram's offside. God. Van Hecker. Good ball. Gross. Kadioglu. Gross. Van Hecker again. Awful ball. Intercepted by Longstaff. Byram. Fuck me. God, give me strength. Oh, Van Hecker, has he put... Oh, he's put Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. Yes! Oh, my God. Get in there. What the fuck? How have we won? Oh, my God. Leeds have won it right at the end on an absolute snooze fest performance. DCL gets his goal. Get in. Get in. How the bloody hell have we got out of that? Not because Brighton have been great at all, but I just didn't see us scoring. Calamity at the back. Calamity at the back for Brighton, and it looks like Leeds might just have nicked it. Might just have nicked it. Oh, get in there. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's done well there with the finish. Byram just played it to nowhere. Van Heck has just no look past it. I tell you what, DCL's done brilliant. That is the biggest smash and grab you'll ever see. It's the biggest smash and grab. Hey, it is what it is. Get in there. And the ball actually held up. DCL's done really well. He's done really well. Unbelievable. I can't believe we've won that game. The worst game of football. Jesus. Get in. Get in there. What a crap game of football. What a strike. Get in. DCL gets a yellow. Oh, dearie me. What a laugh. Eh? What a laugh. Bare Bones FC, to be fair, you've got to respect it. You've got to respect it. We've got about 9 billion injuries and we've won this game. And Leeds up to 13. What is going on? What is going on? Leeds up to 13th. Well, Leeds United. There is probably going to be about 25 minutes added on here, isn't there? Yeah, there's going to be a fair bit added on here. Subs, I think probably we're going to get to around about 100 and 101, 102. Ball played in. Brighton are in. Ball played back. It's blocked on the line. Leeds can't defend. We've got like no defenders on the pitch. Honestly, we've got nothing. Like every single time Brighton go forward, it feels like it's cleared off the line. Is Rutter tackled? Rutter does well to get it back. Nonso does well. Well done, Nonso, to get it back. This is mad. Even then, they were just in. It's like, oh, Brighton are in. They're going to score. Nope, blocked again. Oh, flicked on again. Out by Sammy Byram. Jesus. This is mental. Clearance. Leeds with 1 shot on target. Brighton with 8. 18 shots to Leeds is 7. It's been... they've dominated, haven't they? Let's be honest. Ball in. Well done, Darlow. Brilliant claim by the big man. Great claim. Yeah, Brighton should have... How Brighton have lost this game is incredible, but I don't care. I'm not bothered. It feels like there's been about 7. It feels like there's been Declan. Stop it. Stop it, Declan. Yeah, Rodon's been good. Biel's been immense. Biel's been the best player on the pitch for Leeds. Should be 9 minutes. 9 minutes up. But I think there's going to be a bit added on here somehow. Cleared by Verbruggen. Oh, dear. Ayari. Gomez, back post. Headed out by Nonto from nowhere. Willie Nonto, what a header. Put back in again. Oh, headed. Diego Gomez. Oh, he's fucking dived as well, the little cheat. Byram can't keep the ball in play. What is going on here? That's it. Get in. How have we done that? Get in. Somehow. Yes, I am Daniel Farker, the mastermind of everything Leeds United. Unbelievable. Leeds. Leeds is not reserves, but good God. What was the team at the end there? Let's have a look at the team. Darlow, Rodon, Biol, Byram, Nonto, Peru, Ampadu, Longstaff, Justin, Lewin, Metcha. Good God. How have we done that? But It's another one. It's another clean sheet. And we've got Brighton back. We've got Brighton back. So, guys, listen, I'm going to be over on... Listen, get redirected right now. Get redirected. We're going to be staying on this channel. We're going to be doing a little review of the game. Get your thoughts in the comment section below. Listen, also, we're going to be going on the second channel after that to do Iron